Hello everyone, dear parents and students. Today through this video I am going to brief you about the new educational policy that is called National Education Policy 2020. The main topic of discussion will be what changes this new education policy is going to made effective into the schools. So first I would like to start with the academic structure. As per this national education policy, the academic structure has been changed. Earlier the academic structure was 10 plus 2 and now it will be known as 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So what it means, I would explain it. First 5 means that is a foundation stage of the education from class nursery till class 2. So that will be called foundation stage, and next 3 is class 3, 4, 5, that is called preparatory stage, and from class 6 to 8th that is a middle stage, and after class 8th 9 to 12th that is the last stage in schooling education, and that will be known as secondary stage. So this is the first change as per the new education policy. The second main thing that is curriculum or content. So as per new education policy or national education policy, curriculum or content that will be reduced and more emphasis will be on real learning, critical thinking, inquiry based, discovery based, discussion based and analysis based learnings. That's a very good step. That was the major difference between Indian education system and the Western education, especially in the countries like European countries in Germany, USA, Finland. There the students were given more opportunity to present their thoughts in a very independent way. But here in our country, more and more emphasis was given on memorization or rote learning, in other words, what we can say. So I welcome this step. If it is properly executed, definitely it is going to help our students to be the better citizens and the better professional in their life. The next measure that changes regarding the coding. Now the coding will be started from class 6 onwards. So we have heard the Bill Gates started coding at the age of 6 and 7, and when he was 21-year-old, he became the CEO of Microsoft. So I am expecting now when our children, they will start learning coding, the computer coding at the early stage of their life, then they will become more successful professional in the different areas in their coming life. So that's again a good decision. And next thing, that the vocational subjects, that is also going to be effective in the middle stage itself. Every students will take a fun course during grade 6 to 8. It means vocational subject, the training of some vocational subject will be compulsory for all the students from class 6 onwards. Every student will take the vocational subject of his or her choice, like carpentry, electric work, metal work, gardening, pottery making, etc. Along with that, all the students will have to participate in 10 days bagless period, sometimes in between class 6 to 8th, and therein they will have to intern under a vocational expert such as carpenter, gardener, painter, artist, etc. So that's again is a very good decision by the government. At present, after completing the education, everybody wants to get white collar job, and there is a lot of unemployment in our country, and the students, they keep on struggling. So when the students, they will be taught some vocational subject in the school itself, it means after that when they pass out from the schools, they will be able to do the work in that area if they are not successful in the academics, but at least they will have this option to continue their career in these areas which they have already learned through their that schooling. So that's again a good step, and it was already there in the Western countries, and now it will be there in our country also. So that's good. I like it. One thing more is there, that knowledge of India, that will be inculcated among all students in a very better way. Our country's knowledge from the ancient India and till date, the modern India and its successes, the challenges, and all these elements will be incorporated in an accurate and scientific manner throughout the school curriculum. So good decision. Moral education, the students will be taught at the very young age what is right and what is wrong, and it will be given in a very logical framework. They will be taught the ethical decision making, ethical reasoning, traditional Indian values, basic human and constitutional values like sacrifice, tolerance, gender sensitivity, respect for elders, respect for environment, helpfulness, courtesy, patience, forgiveness, compassion, kindness, empathy, etc. So next is the assessment. The aim of assessment will shift from testing of rote learning or memorization to higher order thinking skills, critical thinking and conceptual clarity. So very good decision कि at present 90% question paper tests the memorization of the that students, but now it will be the testing of their critical thinking as well as their conceptual clarity, not only the test of the memory, in other words what we can say. Because the assessment will get changed, that's why the report card will also get changed. Now the students will get holistic 360-degree multi-dimensional report card. What is that? It will depict uniqueness of each learner in the, not only in their intellectual or academics, but also about their psychomotor domains. It will include self-assessment. Yes, I'm right. Students will be able to do their own assessment. It will have the peer assessment and progress of child in project-based, inquiry-based, quizzes, role plays, group work, portfolio, along with teacher assessment. So what it means, I would like to elaborate it. It will be 360-degree dimensional report card. Students, they will do their own assessment also. Their friends will also do the assessment. Their teacher will do the assessment, and there will be assessment of project-based, inquiry-based learning, quizzes, role play, group work, portfolio. All these things will be the part of the report card. So that's why this report card is being called 360-degree, that multi-dimensional report card. Board exams. Some of the people were saying, no, now only the 12th class board examinations will be there. There will not be no 10th class exam. No, it is not true. Board exam for classes 10th and 12th will be continued as it is, though there are some changes in the structure. Now the students will be allowed to take board exams up to 2 occasions. One main examination and one for the improvement if desired. And best of the 2 attempts will be considered for final result preparations. That's good. Apart from the board examination, all other students will have to take that school examinations in grade 3, 5 and 8. That's good. One more that very important thing that is in the part of this national education policy, there will not be any hard separation between arts, science and commerce. Yes, I'm right. Even the students of commerce, they would have choice to take even subject of science like physics, chemistry, mathematics, and in the vice versa, the students of that science can take any subject of commerce like accountancy, business study, and history students, the students of arts, they can take physics also. So the students will be given total flexibility, freedom to choose the subject of their choice. So that was again, this has been taken from the that the Western system of education. Already in some countries, in European countries, this system was there. There was no such type of restrictions over students to opt this subject or that subjects. The students had freedom to opt these subjects as per their choice. Now you might be very excited to know, sir, you have told so many things about the education policy, but when this education policy is going to be effective? It will take time. No doubt this year it is not going to be implemented. From the next year onwards, NCERT has been given some work, some other agencies have been given some work, so they will be doing the preparation, and after that I hope from the next academic sessions CBSE will send us some other details and guidelines, because still there are so many things which we don't have the proper informations, and those proper detailed guidelines will be sent by the NCERT as well as by the CBSE. And one of them you might have heard or read in the newspaper. One of them is about the medium, because it is being discussed that the medium of instruction up to class 5 or preferably up to class 8, it should be either in mother tongue or in the local language, which is next to impossible. I believe it cannot be possible in our country in view of the heterogeneous students we have from that, and the students keep on moving, the families, they keep on moving from one state to another. That is not possible, but no doubt it is also written in this educational policy that up to class 5 preferably it should be mother tongue or the local language. So dear students and parents, apart from these things, I would like to tell you one thing more. As I today explained this national education policy, I would be interacting with the parents and the students through the videos, because these days the schools are closed, the school, especially the school buildings are closed, and we are not getting chance to interact with the students. So whatever the new things comes from the CBSE side or something, as I have been motivating you all through the morning assemblies, so I would like to share some of the things where it can help you to become the good citizens as well as the good students and become successful in your life. So keep on watching my videos and keep on waiting for my videos. Every week at least one video you will get. So with these words, I wish you all the best for your future assignments. Keep on learning, keep on taking part in the online classes, and keep on growing in your lives. Thank you. May God bless you all.